Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croy Dragon and welcome back to Vox Adventures. Uh, Come on. Damn it. No frozen cake. I mean, one is better than nothing. Now to get to the lodge. Thou hast perished. Yeah, I'm on the Shakespeare language selection. Um, what? Yeah, jeez. You want to turn on sticky keys? No, I don't. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Spawn. Thank you, Curl. Thank you. The tree is here. Come on, I'm ready. Okay then. Now what? Yes, yes, back to Alora. Yeah. Thou hast perished. Hello, Alex. No, I had an idea for a scene in A Town of Mulan for later in the story. I'm thinking maybe Churo is in a completely different battalion than Mulan. So when Churo's battalion goes off to battle, he ends up being the only survivor of either side, rider and horse alike. And even he's lost his horse in the battle. And the three he went off with his cousin and two girls, yeah, they're dead too. And keep in mind, the campaign was 12 years long. The campaign against the Warren was 12 years long. And if it's the first battle, then it would probably be in the first year, so he'd be, what, 13, 14? And I'm just thinking, do I really want to do this? Do I want to seriously do that to a 13-year-old, 14-year-old kid? Or should I just save that for later in the story? For having it be a later battle. And I'm thinking of taking information from some other things too, like works involving Chinggis Khan or Kubla Khan. I mean, the Cyan Bay were proto-Mongols, so I could probably take information involving works featuring, well, modern Mongols, I guess you'd say. I mean, yeah, I know Chinggis and Hubla aren't modern, but uh, what, how exactly, uh, what exactly kind of terminology do you use? Alright, let's go bunny searching. Oh. Yes, Alex? And something I realized yesterday, and that I've changed for changed in my notes for the Carchemish series, is that the Super Canadian doesn't really. If I've changed him to just a vigilante going after gangsters, corrupt politicians, violent spouses, and the like, then he really doesn't need to be connected to a war. Whenever you haven't connected to World War I and then the Allied intervention in the Russian Civil War, so yeah, the original William Rice, I don't know how that name's pronounced. I've never seen it. What the? Ah! So, yeah, what was I talking about? So it's his successor, his government chosen successor, who actually is more the one involved involved with the war thing. Yeah, not really, because keep in mind he's inspired by William Burnside. Yes, he was going after communists, but by the time he debuted, the Korean War was over. So, and similarly, early with the 1948 setting, but not really, because it has television, VHS, video games, but all on a television is, 50s based. Video games are pretty much 90s based, at early 90s based, just as the cell phones are. So, and yeah, that's pretty much my aesthetic, as I talked about yesterday. A primarily 1940s aesthetic. 1960s based uniforms, 1950s based television, 1980s based helicopters, and anything else that did not exist in the 1940s is 1990s based, early 90s based. Excuse me. So, the William Burnside equivalent, it would be, yeah, mother. Okay, how do I put this? It would be like if, okay, it's like if, actually, yeah, that's basically how it is. You push Steve Rogers a conflict earlier, and last you push William Burnside a conflict earlier. Yeah, not William, because obviously William Rice was not involved in with World War One or the Allied intervention uh, in the Allied intervention in the Russian Civil War. But you get the idea. Basically, it's pushing characters forward a conflict. So by the time World War Two ends, which won't actually be referred to as such, just that war and uh, just that recent war or some such thing. Yeah, basically our Burnside analog. By the time, um, you get the idea. He wanted. Uh, I'm not being very articulate. Okay, now, huh. How do I? This is hard. This is hard to explain. Okay, so I currently have his real name as Felix Klein, so Klein wants to be the new super Canadian. He's made this super serum. It's like William Burnside recreating the super serum, but not perfectly. And something important to note about the serum is that, much like Amalgam Comics Super Soldier, it's actually made from the DNA of an alien, but it's not an infant, it's an adult, and it's not as much human as humanoid. Well, yeah, let me rephrase that. It's not human looking, but it's humanoid. It's how do I put this? It's a humanoid fungus. And the serum ends up giving Klein super strength and bulletproof skin. So, yeah, as a I'm not sure if Carchemish will really be drawn to Klein as he would be to others. I mean, he's not really he's technically not an abomination, but the DNA he used to make the serum belonged to something that could qualify. And he's could probably he's probably the only character who will actually be able to take on Carchemish in a fight. I'm not exactly sure how strong he's gonna be. I just have the strength of Samson listed for him. But with him being able to take Carchemish in a fight, won't be so much as Karkemish is drawn to him as Karkemish is actively seeking him out. And actually, this isn't an instinct thing, this is a self-preservation thing. He knows Klein could potentially kill him, and he has every intention to kill Klein. Excuse me one moment. And this is where we get into the subject of Klein's bulletproof skin. Against Karkemish's teeth, claws, horns, yeah, it's pretty much about as useless as wearing a bulletproof vest against a missile. And the fact is, while his skin is bulletproof, it's bulletproof literally. A knife can harm him. He can die from a fall. Yeah, it's taking bulletproof skin literally. I don't know, might not have it be that way, but I don't know, I think that's an interesting way to go about it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have Klein. Well, keep in mind he's inspired by William Burnside. Keeping with how his predecessors based on Superman and why am I opening this? And Steve Rogers. You know, the real Steve Rogers, not also William Burnside, considering he changed his last name. I found not his last name, his full name, just Steve Rogers. First name Steve, last name Rogers. Yeah, it's weird, I don't know, kind of creepy, going so far to be your hero's successor, to actually seem like you're the original one. The plastic surgery to look like him, the surgery to make your voice just like his, the legally changing your name to his. It's weird, it's creepy, and I know Burnside with his 1950s values is anti-homosexuality, but you gotta wonder just how much he loved Steve, how much he loved Captain America. I wonder if he's a closeted gay guy, really aggressively against that sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. Of course, on the subject of William Burnside and the MCU, I hope he never appears in the MCU. If he does, that will mean it might mean a surplus of new appearances in it, and the help he's and his final appearance so far has Steve telling him he'll be getting help to adjust to everything, to repair his mind, considering what the serum has done to it. No more paranoia, helping him adjust to his new time. Yeah, I don't want him to appear because, look, the guy, he's a tragic villain, and he has the chance to get, just to have a non-villainous, non-racist, the he's just got a chance to be a better person now, and I feel that if the MCU does bring him in, writers will bring him back and they'll just make it a failure. Just give the guy a happy ending, make him a better person, don't revert him back to being a villain. I mean, he could have died in the Two Americas arc, but no, they didn't. He could have died back when he was brainwashed into being the Grand Director. But no. People have just felt the need to bring him back. Why the hell even is that? Well, technically speaking, I don't think his death what was meant to be his death in, when he was brainwashed into being the Grand Director was so great, just him lighting himself on fire. But his death in the Two Americas arc, with Bucky opening fire on him with a machine gun, I think, and then just him falling from Hoover Dam into the water. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty good death scene. And I liked that death scene. It's the guy who intended to blow up Hoover Dam ends up falling to it. You could have killed him off right there and just left him as dead. It's a great death scene, and honestly, I don't know why writers feel the need to just... Okay, so a villain's officially been killed off. Great. Was the death scene good? Yeah, the only reason I can see for bringing them back is if the death scene was not at all that good. Hey. Hi. Hey. Hey. I mean, good lord, people have been doing this for years in comics. Joker was supposed to die in his second appearance, but the higher-ups said no, and told writer Bellfinger and artist Bob Kane, he had to live. I mean, he got his own knife through the heart. I don't know how you have him survive that. It makes no sense. And keep in mind, that was back in 1940. And with the concept of the legacy character, you can't just have a new Joker show up or a new evil Captain America. And with a concept such as and characters derived from mythology, sure, you can kill one off if you so see fit. It doesn't always have to be Loki. Good lord, there's a surplus of characters that could replace them. I mean, yeah, he's my favorite Marvel villain, but yeah, you could pretty much just choose someone else to take his place after killing him off. And I'm of the opinion, as a writer, as many others are, if a character is dead, they stay dead. I killed off one of the men in black, he's not coming back. I mean, well, he was already... I established that the men in black were already corpses in the Carchemish series, but yeah, Carchemish crushed his skull, so yeah, don't think he's... I know he's not coming back. And yeah, I make the men in black pretty damn... They're corpses, but they're also not quite human in appearance. And after Instant Freeze, I think I'll do a breather episode, so to speak. But my philosophy is that even with breather episodes, the plot must progress. The plot has to progress, even if it's a breather episode. It's not like the plot goes on hold. There's got to be a B plot where things progress. I mean, I'm not uh, shy about telling you what's gonna happen because, well, the character of Moloch, he's based off of the Grinning Man, he's based off of the Mothman, he's based off of the Owl Man, and in the case of the Mothman, those familiar will know what will happen. There's going obviously people familiar with the Mothman know what will happen. There will be a Silver Bridge analog, a collapse of the Silver Bridge analog, and 40 people will die. Do I know who those 40 people are going to be? Not yet, but I might make them actually named individuals. I mean, good lord, I've got enough of a list of named individuals to just kill off. I think going from the bottom up, from the left, will probably be a good idea. I mentioned Maxwell Marx being inspired by Harry Osborn, and I'm also taking inspiration from the portrayal in the Amazing Spider-Man film series, which is a lot more villainous than Harry typically is. And I actually kind of like that, having him be as bad as his father. He's definitely gonna... And well, there's obviously a character inspired by both Betty Brant and Gwen Stacy, and unfortunately, yeah, if you know what happens in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you're probably putting things together. I mean, Max Brown is 17, our Gwen Stacy, Betty Brant analog, Matori Mabuchi, she's 13, so yeah, I'm not afraid to kill off a character who's a minor. The character formerly named Jamie Grimes, now named Michael McClure, is a bit younger now. As the confidant of the late William Rise, the first Super Canadian, he's now 45, same age as Henry Branagh's mother Caroline. And as for Jonathan Kirby, he's younger also, and instead of 59, he's now 53. I think. Yeah, 53. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that, and what if Captain America, where Captain America is fighting in the American Civil War, he eventually ends up, fighting the KKK in a brief panel. And keep in mind, I'm writing from a Canadian perspective. The debut, the first branch of the Canadian KKK was not founded until 1924. I've done my research. The last war Canada was involved in was and had ended in 1920. Actually ended with the withdrawal of the Allied forces. And in that what if story, Steve doesn't become Captain. Steve becomes Captain America in 1863. The KKK were founded in 1865. So, with that in mind, William Rice became Super Canadian in 1922, or that world's 1922. The anonymous, the Bannerets of the Anonymous Band of Canada, our KKK analog, are founded in 1924, so he comes into conflict with them 2 years into his career as a vigilante, and he probably even came into conflict with them as during in his day job as a crown attorney. Jonathan Kirby's daughter Vicky has also been made younger. She's 26, Valorant 34. Yes, there's a lot of things you have to, a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. The Bannerets of the Anonymous Band of Canada are actually going to get their own story as the antagonists. It's going to be 30 chapters long, so keep it in mind. Thinking of things television-wise, that you have 10 chapters is a half-hour episode. This would be a 3-parter. And the 10th chapter and the 20th chapter, respectively, will both end with cliffhangers. One of the supporters of the Anonymous Band is actually inspired by the Penguin, with the disfigured appearance. With an appearance inspired by, the more disfigured looks. You know, from like the Batman Returns, Batman the Animated Series, the Batman, that sort of thing. But with a personality more in line with the Burgess Meredith portrayal. And that's the same with Graydon Jasper being inspired by the Joker. Yes, he's inspired by the more hideous versions, but personality-wise, he's more like Cesar Romero's Joker. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that mustache. That unsettling / mesmerizing mustache. Yes. And with the Men in Black, there were also the Black-Eyed Children and the Black-Eyed Teen. And the thing about the Black-Eyed Children is that they are really unemotional, but when Carchemish is around, yeah, that's where things, you know something is up because they're genuinely frightened. And I've had this planned for a while where the girl of the two is, Carchemish is just, he just has her cornered and she's just on her knees weeping, begging him to not kill her. And it's really the idea of what Carchemish is. He's so frightening that even those with no emotion end up growing emotional. When he killed that man in black, yeah, there was fear in him. Yeah. Not really a spoiler considering I wrote it in the first story, but good lord, like I even remember when it was Mr. Brown, Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith. They all look alike. They all have the same appearance, so how do I know? Excuse me for one moment. I can't really remember which one it was. No, wait, I think I missed a rabbit. We'll get another one soon enough. on. You egg! There we go. Where the hell even am I? Going after Garland, I'll go see Pansy. Garland? No, no. You know what I'd like for now to be in Minecraft? Lances. That way we can do jousting. And on the bedrock side of things, I've heard people say that in Minecraft we should be able to make golems with other materials. Outside of mods, of course, and Bedrock has done that. But then they went and did something really, really weird. Getting the materials from sheep. Like, you shear them and you get pumpkins, you get redstone, you get TNT. What? It's weird. It's weird. Do I have those on Bedrock? No, no, I don't. I might someday, but I don't now. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Um, shear a sheep and you get redstone. Shear a sheep and you get diamond. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just really weird. Did I miss Garland's place? What the hell? Hey. Ah! Pansy. Hmm. Hmm. Time to go Yeti hunting. No, I've been meaning to write something featuring the Yeti. And there's also a Yeti horror survival on Minecraft Bedrock. Do I have it? No. There's also an underwater horror on Bedrock, and I don't have that either. Maybe someday. I mean, the unfortunate thing is that about the store on Bedrock, there's not really a wish list option. It's not like, oh, that's cool. And you might forget about it later, so yeah, there you go. Could use a wish list option. Really? I thought there was still. Thought it wouldn't be happening until 11:59. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh, okay then. Good boy, Alex. You're a good boy. Good kitten. Good cat. Excuse me. God. Come on, come on! Terrific. Well, I'm gonna lose. Now back to those Yetis. Ah. Seon's team, what evidence do you see? God is early enough. See who you are. Can the author be a nurse? Why are we dead? Seon's team, prepare blood and death. It just felt like singing. Hmm. Hmm. Well, yes, obviously. Hmm. No Yeti here. Hmm. Where's the Yeti? Well, that's all for today, everyone. I'm Brian Croydragon signing out. No. Not stay straight. Merry Christmas.